Good morning and welcome to Let's Talk Autism with Shannon and Nancy.
This has already been a really interesting morning. I didn't share with you. We had lots of chaos here.
Oh, you did?
We did. So we've been, hopefully you've all found us now on YouTube, and we're welcoming our Facebook viewers because Facebook was working differently earlier. So we have a different configuration. The desk is a mess. But Nancy is joining us.
Right.
And you have some really important information.
Yes, some important information that ACT Today, we're actually now Autism Care Today. We changed our name from ACT Today to Autism Care Today because that's what we do. We've established a GoFundMe fundraiser for California wildfire victims that have autism, that are affected by autism. So they can go to the GoFundMe page, California Fire Victims Impacted by Autism, or they can just go to our website, which is www.act-today.org, and that can link them. But this is for setting up a fund specifically for those affected by the fires. And as you know, we had the horrible tragedy just days before, and that's right in our backyard. ACT Today's offices are in Thousand Oaks.
Yes. It's been a really traumatic time. Your office, has it even been open for the last couple of days?
We opened it yesterday, yeah.
Okay, amazing. But just to specify for people, because Autism Care Today, it's still a mouthful for me to get, is an amazing organization that gives grants to families for things that they need, that they write in and request. But anytime you're donating to ACT Today, you can specify, you have different programs that they can say, I want to give to safety, or I want to give to technology, or I want to give to the California Wildfire Victims Fund. And that money then is earmarked that it goes to the thing that you asked for it to go to. So we can have assurance that if you donate to that, that's where it's going to go.
That's where it's going to go.
And there have been times in the past when people have done some pretty miraculous things that I can think of one case where a family tragically lost their child. And they wanted to set up a fund because they wanted to make sure that other kids received things because they were feeling so badly. And so they picked the state that their child was from and said, we only want this to go to grant recipients in this state. And it was an amazing thing. Families got grants that maybe wouldn't have otherwise, and it meant so much, and it was all done in the name of this child who was deceased. So you can do this in the name of someone that you care about and say, hey, I want to give, and you can specify whatever. There are all different kinds of programs that ACT Today has, but how essential, because there are going to be families that are going to be
they don't have anything.
Yes, they're not going to,
and some kids that don't have devices to communicate with anymore because they were lost in the fire.
Exactly. So what a wonderful way to, if you want to specifically make sure that money that you donate goes to a kiddo with autism who's been affected by the fire, this is the way that you can do it. And you can do it directly from their website or from their GoFundMe page. Go
directly to act-today.org and you can find the link to the GoFundMe.
All right. So we got a big show here today.
Yes, we have a couple of guests.
Yeah, so we've got Sarah Best, who's coming to us and going to talk about her assistance dog and about assistance dogs and how they're trained in the NEED program. And then we have a wonderful guest from Fit and Function who's going to be here with us too. That is Laura Scanlon from Fit and Function that's going to be with us. But first we've got some news.
We do.
Some of it's pretty dense, and more importantly, I'm dense.
Well, I'm dense right along there with you because reading some of them is it's got some pretty deep scientific stuff going on here. But there's an article called "Autism: What is the Link with Zinc?"
People are going to see that. If you're at all tuned into the news and about autism, it's all over the web the last couple of days. That there appears to be a new link to children having a zinc deficit, and that being a contributory factor to autism. You know, I know that that's going to make people immediately run out and start giving their kids a zinc supplement. I do want to say that the authors of the study that are showing that there is a link are saying that they still don't know enough to answer whether giving a zinc supplement will actually prevent autism. So don't don't make that jump, but they are seeing that kids who have a deficit in zinc are more likely to present with autism symptoms. Now that zinc deficit could be from something else, so that it could just be a symptom.
Right.
But when our kids have good zinc, it helps them to helps their immune system to fight against things like cold. That's why we have Zicam and those kinds of things. So just be careful. Don't overdose.
Yeah, don't go
small
out and
children.
buy zinc and think that that's going to be the
Yes.
answer.
Yes. So in any case. And then,
this theory of the extreme male brain theory of autism confirmed in a large new study. And no, it doesn't mean autistic people lack empathy or are more male.
yes, this is the other big story this week that's all over about autism. This idea of, we've looked for a long time at why is it that more boys are diagnosed with autism than girls. And of course, there are some people who say, well, we're not looking for it in girls, but there does seem to be a difference. And this study seems to suggest that there is something different that happens hormonally in the brain, and that's why they're calling it the male superbrain or extreme male brain. You can, if you're at all interested in finding what the whys and the what, it's too dense for me. I'm just going to be honest about it. What I do enjoy is that they're trying very hard as they're putting this information out to make sure that stigma is not attached to it, that we're not saying no empathy, we're not saying that they're uber males,
Right.
But just that the brain is reacting in a different way to the hormones, and that is creating a different type of brain.
Right.
So, in any case, check that out. Lots of different
It's out of
links to
University
that.
of Cambridge.
There we go. And then I thought another interesting story, we always hear about a couple of specific, we hear about Bettelheim.
Right.
We hear about
Canner.
Asperger.
Asperger.
Right?
Right, Hans Asperger.
But apparently there is a woman in history who seems to have identified the symptoms of autism well before any of those three gentlemen.
In 1924.
And she, of course, I keep saying we need to come up with a new name for autism, because autism is just so beleaguered. People have their idea of what autism is, and it doesn't really fit anybody anymore.
Right.
So maybe we should. But her name is Sukhareva.
Sukhareva.
Grunya. So
Grunya Sukhareva.
So there we go. I don't know that that's a better name.
No, that could be a mouthful, right?
I don't remember, what was I saying the other day that we should call it, like something trees, like green trees? What? I have green tree deficit or something like that. I don't know. But in any case, now there's going to be an HBO movie about her. I'm sure it's just a matter of time before Julia Roberts is playing her in a movie, don't you think?
Yes, probably.
But why is it that the women always get left out of history?
I don't know.
Clearly she was at the top of her field and doing some amazing things,
Right,
and very likely the
these
first
behaviors,
person to have noted them. A woman. And
A woman.
there you have it.
There we go.
How did you pronounce her name?
Sukhareva.
Okay, there we go. Grunya.
Grunya Sukhareva.
We'll look for the HBO film starring Julia Roberts.
Right.
Don't you think? Casting. Okay, so up next, well, first we have to take a second to talk about, we have some fabulous things on our desk.
Some new
So
toys.
the 2018 Autism-Live Toy and Gift Guide came out last week.
Okay.
And we are featuring a wide variety of gifts for all different age ranges, all different abilities, and all different people in the autism community. There's even a section that's just for parents that we've added. But one of the things that is on our list, one of our award winners, are these fabulous Chewy necklaces that are from ARC. And they come in all different sizes and shapes. This particular one, we had one for you too, but here, let me give you this one so that you can see. They go together, and when they go together, it says best friends on them. So it's two parts of a heart. Because a lot of times people say that the whole chewing thing is antisocial, that especially with our kids that are older, if they're chewing on toys or chewing on their shirt or chewing on their fingers or chewing on a pencil, somebody else. I mean, there are different things that can be very dangerous, right? But it all at a certain point looks like it's not very socially appropriate.
Exactly.
So I love ARC makes these fabulous chewy necklaces in so many different. I had more of them
Different
here,
colors and
they're different colors,
designs.
different shapes,
Okay.
different. So everything. I mean, I don't know. Did Wyatt ever chew?
No.
See, when we started methyl B12 shots with Jem, he suddenly sometimes it makes their tongue and their lips tingle because it's reconnecting these muscles, and so they chew.
Oh.
And he was in, I want to say it was between 3rd and 5th grade, and he started to chew on the lapel of his shirt. And so we got him a chewy necklace, and it looked like a yin and yang. So it was really cool. All the other kids wanted one, and if he just needed, he popped it in his mouth, and he could chew down on it, and then he'd put it down, and it was a great thing. And he was able to transition off of it very quickly.
Good.
So these are food grade, so that it's perfectly okay. There's nothing toxic in them. They have a great.
And where do they get them from?
ARC.
From
ARC. And if you go to I love that it's a snap off, so that a lot of times we worry about kids being on the playground wearing a necklace. So this is not a choking hazard. So if you go, this is the great thing about our toy guide this year, is that if you go to our toy guide and you scroll through and you find something you like we feature ones in the toy guide that look like Lego bricks.
Okay.
And so if you see something you like, there is a link right there. It says purchase, and you click the link, and it takes you right to the website. You can get right to ARC's website and be able to buy the necklaces, so you don't have to go hunting for it.
Right.
Now, right now, the only place that our gift guide is available is on our new website.
Okay.
You need to see our new website.
I do.
And that is in beta, so you need to go to http://beta.autism-live.com. That's only going to be for a few more days, and then it will just be autism-live. But we're testing it. We need people to test our website. So do me a favor, go right now to our website. We're going to go to commercial in just a minute. Go to our website and check it out, and click on the toy guide. At the top page, there's a little icon that says toy guide, and you'll be able to find these, and they're not very expensive, great stocking stuffer, great gift to be able to give our kiddos. Truly wonderful. And they have things that are age appropriate for older kids. That are really fashion forward and super cool. So absolutely love ARC. Thank you so much for making these amazing, amazing necklaces. So we're going to go to break, but as we go to break, we want you to check out, another one of the videos that we made. Last week we were at the Miracle Mile Toy Haul, and so these are for the age range for kids that are a little bit older, but not quite to the adults and parents and individuals that are a little bit older. So take a look at this video. Hi, I'm Shannon from Autism Live. Come on in. Hi, I'm Shannon Penrod.
And I'm Charlie Denocker.
And we're here
at the Miracle Mile Toy Haul.
And we're here to celebrate the 2018 Autism Live Toy and Gift Guide. And there are some really cool things that we're going to take a look at. So every year, Charlie, we feature a marble run, and this year we've chosen Discovery Toys Castle Marble Run. We love a marble run because it's got a beginning, middle, and end, and when you're doing therapy and you're teaching something, you want to give a reward when a child's done something fabulous. So you give them the ball, they get to watch it, but it ends, and then you get back to work. It's the perfect toy. What do you love about this one?
I love that not only do you build this awesome castle, they also come with these balls, and they jingle as you put them down.
Great marble run toy. These are spectacular. So I just love Melissa and Doug
Me
toys.
too.
Aren't they the best?
Yeah.
And a lot of times they're wood toys, but this holiday season they have this wonderful Examine and Treat Pet Vet set. So who is it that you have there, Charlie?
This is Joe the cat.
Okay, and what's he got going on?
He has the cone of shame, as you can see. Yeah, he's not feeling very well. I'm gonna hear his heart. for a second.
Oh, I love that. Now this is Sniffle. Now Sniffles has a little broken paw on his cast here, but look, he's gonna get his cast off because he's all better. Woo! It's fabulous. Now I'm gonna take his temperature. Oh, he's got a little bit of a temperature.
Oh no.
Oh no. Well, we'll have to treat him. I've got a bag full of goodies here that we can treat him, put his cast away. Look and see if there's something that you want to treat Joe with.
This looks good.
Oh.
Nutritious niblets.
Okay. What about, do you want to look in his ears and see if
sure.
everything's okay? What great way to do sociodramatic play, great way to start cooperative play, really fun toy. That's why it's an award winner, but absolutely anything from Melissa and Doug is truly magical. You know what I love? A really simple toy that's super fabulous. These Busy Bugs, you would see these on a shelf and not know how incredible they are. We played with these with some kiddos and they had a ball for hours. There's all these different bugs that are different colors and you have to count them and match them with all kinds of cool things. Great toy from Discovery Toys.
Remember when you were a kid and you would play The Floor is Lava?
Mm-hmm.
They have an actual game for it.
Oh, I don't love this game. I love it. This is endless games, really wonderful cooperative play. You can play with a large group of kids. You throw the tiles on the floor and they become the safe places. There are lots of activities for them. Very interactive, super game. It's a hot game.
So next we have this new toy called Zoom Tubes. You may have seen it on TV. It's basically a contained Hot Wheels, so you can make your own track with these tubes and then zoom the car through it with a remote control, and it's really great. And yeah, it's great.
It is a fun toy. And you're holding the Smart Felt toy My Little House, and I love it so much that we had to make this an award winner 2 years in a row. This is the perfect toy if you have anybody in your house that's an English language learner and you want to teach them a bunch of different words to speak. This is the perfect toy to do it. It sets up to make a little dollhouse and you stick the little felt shapes to it. So reinforcing. There are so many lessons. It was actually invented by a speech and language pathologist. I really think it's my favorite toy of the last 2 years. If you haven't heard of Lux Blocks, oh, it's your lucky day. These are one of the hottest new toys that are out there, and they've come out with new fashion colors. So super fashionable this year. These, you can put them together and make almost anything. They snap together. I'm going to show you. Easy to snap together. You're working on pincer grasp, you're working on push-pull, all the OT things that you want to work on. Plus there's a whole executive function thing that goes with this because you're building all kinds of things. Here we built a ball and here we built a square. But if you build these together right, they expand and go back and expand. Oh my gosh, the things you can do with Lux Blocks. And you got to try the new sampler with all the cool colors.
And they have wheels too.
Oh yeah, good point. They brought wheels into the scene this year. So you can make all kinds of different shapes and vehicles, which we love. Lux Blocks, they're awesome. Thank you so much for being with us today at the Miracle Mile Toy Haul. If you want to get any of the toys that we featured, you can visit your local Astor toy store.
Or you can find more information at www.autism-live.com.
That's where our toy guide is, and there's a link to every single toy where you can buy it right from our website. Isn't that cool? Thanks. Happy holidays, everybody.
And we are back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. And we're joined now by Sarah Best, who is coming to us from Westchester County, right, Sarah?
Yes.
And we connected with Sarah because she is working in the marketing department of Conveyed Car Seats,
right?
That we had done some stuff with, and they had helped to provide a free car seat to one of your grant recipients last year at this time, which was a very exciting thing. And so we got to know Sarah through that, and then we thought we need to have Sarah come and be on the show and talk about her dog and
Assistance dog.
Yes,
Service dog.
So, Sarah, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
We're thrilled to have you here. And so, that's your pup there next to you?
It is, yeah.
What's his name?
What a beautiful dog you are.
Yeah.
And what's your dog's name?
His name is Edison.
Edison.
I
okay.
love it. I love it. After the inventor?
Exactly. Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
did you name him or did he come with that name?
He came named, he came trained. everything. So
Okay.
it was really a great organization. He was named when he was a puppy, so they told me the significance of his name, and they told me everything about him when I came for training.
Tell us about the organization. It's called NEADS, N-E-A-D-S.
Yes. They're based in Worcester, Massachusetts, Princeton, and they have a full campus with a training room and a client house, and clients stay in the house. It's a large house, fully wheelchair accessible, and you spend the night at the house for a week to 2 weeks, depending on the program, and then you train with the dog, go back at the house, so it feels like a home environment, a very nice house, and that's kind of the setup.
And Sarah, maybe if you could talk to us a little bit about how having an assistance dog has helped support you and what a difference it's made in your life.
Oh my gosh, it's incredible, the difference. I can go out and do things and know that if something drops on the ground, it's not the end of the world, and I don't have to ask for help, because it can be pretty, I don't know, let me say embarrassing to ask for help when you're, like, say, in the middle of Grand Central, and I drop a pen and I say, oh, I don't need that pen anyways. But with him with me, I could say, actually, I would like that pen. I want that pen because I don't have another one. And within 30 seconds, he will pick it up. The command is fetch, and I just kind of point in the vicinity, and he will fetch it for me and hold it until I say give, and then he will release it, and we're on our way. So it's just been an incredible addition to have with me all the time. He has public rights to any place that we are allowed to go. He is also allowed.
And you're a native New Yorker living and working in and around New York City, which, that's amazing in and of itself.
Yes.
And you are somebody dealing with cerebral palsy, correct?
Yes.
And how long have you had Edison? We don't need. I realized how impolite that was. I'm not asking your age, but how long have you had Edison?
2 years.
Okay.
I waited a year and a half for him. The waiting process can be anywhere from 6 months to a year, sometimes longer. And in my case, it really did need to be a lot longer because of what I needed him for, and being able to go into New York City with him was a big factor in his training, because they had to be desensitized to all the noise, to going on the train, the subway, the bus, which I often do on a day in the city. I use all modes of transportation in one day. So,
and each of these dogs is, you said that there's a wait list usually. And the wait time for a dog from this organization ranges from 6 months to a year or more. It all depends on the dogs they have available and the needs of the client. And each dog is matched to those needs, correct?
Yes. Needs has a very specific and detailed matching process. It all starts with a short application online, and then they call you for an in-person interview at their campus in Massachusetts. And they ask you what a typical day is like. So the example that I gave them was I go into the city. And so I usually wake up, get a cab, then get on the train. So it's a big process. And it gave them a good idea of the kind of dog that I would need to assist me throughout the day. And for him to be comfortable as well, and not be nervous
And this,
in whatever environment that I
Right. And this organization asks that you fundraise a minimum of $8,000 towards the $42,000, which is the full cost of a highly trained dog.
Yes.
So each person has to commit to a fundraiser.
Yep. And they help you with ideas, but they don't expect you to fundraise it in a short amount of time. It can take as long as it needs to, within reason. But, you know, it really, for me, the fundraising process was quite incredible. I got to meet a bunch of different people that I don't think I normally would have met if it weren't for this cause. So it is a pretty incredible process in itself.
I love that that's your viewpoint on it, and I hope that families are hearing this. And because a lot of times I hear autism parents say, you know, we'd love to get an assistance dog, but you know, we have all these other things that we're trying to do and we can't afford it. And when you talk to them about doing a fundraiser, they're like, oh, you know, I just don't know, I wouldn't be good at it. And I know for my family, we didn't fundraise for an assistance dog, but we did a fundraiser to get the first round of biomedical tests done. And it ended up being one of the best things in our lives, Sarah, just like you were saying that, you know, it gave people that we knew and people that we didn't know an opportunity to be a part of what we were trying to do. It really made us feel great.
Yeah.
So thank you for having that attitude about it.
And then once the match is found, you schedule a time to go to the Needs campus for 1 to 2 week training.
Once the match is found, yes, they usually give you some notice, depending on what the agreement is. So you do go to training for 1 to 2 weeks, depending on the program. So they have a bunch of different programs that are available. One being that I really want to emphasize is they have an autism service dog program for children between the ages of 8 and 16, and the dog will help them with different aspects of their disability. And it, you know, it's not just because it's nice that they have a pet with them. It's really to emphasize socialization and facilitate their ability to navigate their environment and reduce their anxiety with the use of the dog.
Right, great.
An amazing thing. Sarah, we want to thank you so much for bringing this to our attention. We have a website that, Gabriel, I don't know if it's a long one, so I don't know if he's capable of putting it up on the screen, but you can go to https://needs, NEADS.org. And then if you want to go specifically to their autism page, it's another slash, then service-dog-programs/children/autism/. It's a lot of slashes. But you can go to needs.org, and I would
out the basics,
yes, I'm sure that you can click around to find your way to that as well. And Sarah, we just have so enjoyed working with you. Think that you are an incredible mover and shaker, and thank you for speaking up and telling us about the wonderful relationship that you have with Edison so that we could share it here on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm
And
honored.
Edison is so low key. He's like, whatever, taking a nap.
The whole time.
He's falling asleep.
What? I didn't hear what did you say?
He fell asleep.
Yeah. The program is so scintillating. He's anyway. Thank you so much, and thank you for being with us.
Yeah, sure.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
We're going to take a short break, and then we're going to come back with Laura Scanlon
Scanlon
from Fit and Function. Stick with us.
Okay. And we're back with Let's Talk Autism, and now we're joined by Laura Scanlon, who is a program manager at Active Mind School Partnership, of the Active Mind School Partnership at Fun and Function. Welcome to the show, Laura.
Thanks for having me.
It's a thrill to have you here. So, and one of the qualifications, the many qualifications that you have, is that I understand that you grew up in a household with a sibling who was differently abled. Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely. My younger brother, David, has multiple disabilities, nonverbal, few developmental delay. He is on the spectrum and has a lot of physical limitations.
Okay, so how did that inspire you to get into this field?
It just came naturally. Originally I went to school for advertising, but I kind of find myself there. I had been involved in so much volunteering and advocacy in, his education that it was just a natural fit that I would keep on going.
Well, so let's talk about Fit and Function. Tell us a little bit about, I understand that they've been around for 12 years. How did this begin?
So Fun and Function was started by an occupational therapist. She was also a mother, and her child had some sensory issues. Once she started looking further and further into, what the supports that were offered, she found that everything was a little too clinical looking, not super friendly, and definitely not affordable. So what the mission became was, to help other families be able to access these supports, make them friendly looking, try to normalize some of the products or tools, and, at a price point that isn't astronomical.
So let's talk about some of the different things that they offer, because you guys have everything from fidgets to sensory items. Have you got anything there you can show us?
I don't have anything on hand.
Oh, I thought you had a whole array of things around you. I'm sorry. I just set you up for the wrong. But you guys make really cool stuff. So when we talk about fidgets, like give an example of what some of the fidgets are that are socially acceptable.
Sure. So some of the fidgets, I know that earlier you talked about Chewies.
Yeah.
We have an entire array, literally from A to Z. If you have a style, all ages. So that's one thing that we have. We offer a lot of different putties. We also offer everything from spinning to, maybe like a texture or a tactile. And this is going to be things that you can use in your pocket, on your desk, in a break room if you are at work or if you are in school. So we have things like that, and it goes through all of we have home products. So if you have these luscious weighted blankets that are gorgeous. We also have, larger items, and we create fully integrated environments. So that could be anything from, just a small calming corner, all the way to, a large gross motor system.
So you serve families and therapists and educators in the community, is that correct?
Correct, yes.
Okay. And so you've got some school-based programming as well.
We do, yes. So we started off speaking, specifically to families, and then we realized we need to be everywhere, everyone is. So we started to kind of branch off. Now we're in community settings, we're in, clinical settings, we're in school settings. One thing that I specialize in is the school setting. So not only do we offer like cool and engaging and really, effective product, what we think is most important is to really get that infrastructure and to make that work for everybody. So that really includes, training educational staff, whether it be teacher, administration, paraprofessionals, whoever is included in this student's day, all the way to, parent resources like after school things, before school things. How do you transition from summer to a new school year? So we offer different online trainings. We offer hands-on consultation and that's where the design consultation comes in. And we offer, all of these free resources for educators and parents alike on our website.
I think that's so important because I think a lot of times teachers look at these items and they go, well, that's really cool, but they don't know how to integrate it into the school setting. They don't know how to allow a child to literally play with a fidget and not have all the other children around them lose focus on what's happening, and like it literally is a problem for them. So you are able to even go into the classroom to be able to show them how to do these things. Is that correct?
Yeah. Absolutely, yep, we do. So I'm fortunate enough to be on the ground floor of all of this. So I get to go inside schools, inside classrooms, and really what our goal is when we are in these schools and classrooms is to empower not just the students and encourage self-regulation, but it's really to empower the teachers or the paraprofessionals. We try to support everyone from, the beginning of the day all the way to the end of the day. And, just having a base understanding, how do you introduce, these tools to your students? How do you incorporate it into your curriculum? How to make this stuff work, not only for, the user, but also for the entire population of the school. Oftentimes, there's a plan that's individualized. And once in a while, the general population is, also benefiting from, this layer upon layer of support and the different, comprehensive infrastructure.
Thank you so much for saying that, because I think it's so nice for the autism community to hear that it does benefit the other kids in the classroom when we have these things in the classroom with our kids that are there with extra supports. Yes. It absolutely does. Nothing incenses me more when someone insensitive says, well, I don't understand why we would have to pay for that, and my child, doesn't need that, so you should pay for that, and not realizing how much their child is also benefiting from the things that our kids. So Laura, where can people get a hold of you if we've got teachers who are watching who say, okay, I want a piece of this, I want to see what these items are, and I want to see about, is it a different place to go to get the support for the classroom than it is to buy the stuff, or is it the same website?
It's the same website, and that's www.funandfunction.com.
Okay, we've got it up there on the screen so everybody can see it.
Funandfunction.com. Well, we think it's amazing what you guys are doing. We have postponed 3 times now, but very soon we're getting ready to do a big online conference that's called Autism in the Classroom, and I'd love for Fun and Function to be a part of that.
We'd love to be there.
Thrilling.
Great.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us.
Also want to tell people that what a great place to shop, what great stocking stuffers and things to add value to life. So holiday shopping is coming, and want to encourage people to go to funandfunction.com and get something cool for everybody on your shopping list.
Good.
I guarantee you, fidgets, it's one of those things where you can show it to anybody and then everybody wants to play with it, right? So Laura, thank you for being here, and say hi to everybody at Fun and Function for us.
Will do. Thanks again for having me.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye-bye.
I don't think we're out of time.
We're pretty much out of time. So let's talk a little bit about tomorrow. Tomorrow's a jam-packed show again. I'm just going down my list. We have a wonderful expert who's going to be here from CARD answering questions. We've got Bonnie Yates. We've already got a bunch of questions for Bonnie Yates that she's going to be here. I'm trying to think through the hour. Oh, and then we've got, we're continuing with our Festival of Toys.
Right.
There is this amazing, you know how much we loved marble runs when our kids were little?
Yes.
And it was such a great thing for therapy. So there's, but then, kids grow out of marble runs where it's no longer their thing at a certain age. But there is this fabulous award-winning toy that we're featuring on our toy guide this year. It's called the Turing Tumble. And it's Turing after the scientist Turing. And basically what it is, it's a really, a marble run on steroids.
Oh.
But it's for older kids. It's a puzzle-solving marble run that teaches coding.
Oh, that sounds cool.
I know, and it is so much fun. So we're going to have one of the owners from that company who's going to be with us, and then we have another toy, but I'm going to leave it a mystery.
Okay.
Because I can't remember.
Okay.
But we've all through the next few weeks, pretty much every hour we're going to feature a toy that just lit my fire because there were so many of them.
Right.
Such great gifts. So that'll be from now until mid-December.
All right, good.
Before we get into the business business of next year.
Right.
But thank you all for being here with us. It's been a really lovely 2 hours with all of you. Please give your, I don't know, have I got more time, Gabriel? We're a little less than 30 seconds. Don't forget, go to the website, the new website. I desperately, desperately, desperately need people to go to beta.autism-live.com, and you can't just put in www. You have to do the HTTP, not S, colon, //. Go there, check it out, check out the toy guide. You can buy toys. And again, I want to say this again, we don't benefit at all monetarily from the toys that you buy. It's not about that. It's about you asked for,
Right.
First you asked for recommendations, we gave them to you, and then you said make it easy for us, give us a link,
buy 'em.
woman,
Right.
so that I don't have to
Okay.
go look. So that's
you
what
did
it's about.
that.
And we did. It's there.
All right.
So, but check out the rest of the website too. There,
Okay.
you have to go and look. There's
I'm gonna go
a
look.
lovely little thing. If you you'll see on the page. There's all these different things, but there is a place for you at the bottom that's just Nancy. You click on Nancy's page,
Okay.
and it shows you all the videos with Nancy.
Oh, really?
It does.
Okay, I'm gonna
You're
have
featured.
to check it out.
So it's fabulous. You
It
have to
sounds
check
it.
it out. Yeah. All right. So until tomorrow, give your kiddos a hug for
Give
me.
yourselves a hug from me. Bye-bye.
Bye bye for now.